All right, you guys. So we're going to go ahead and get started and start with the fun and bring in the amazing, the funniest, and legendary Jamie Kennedy, you guys. Please give him a big welcome. Come on in. You want to sit on this side? You can sit wherever you want.
Can I sit on that side?
You sit wherever you want.
Okay. Here we go here. Okay, have a seat. So guys, I want to talk to you today about Jesus. Now, y'all need him in your life. Also, I want to talk to you about insurance. Now listen.
Geico.
Feels like you got a lot of questions.
I have a lot.
But you know, this is going to be a mix of your questions, their questions, and things that come to my head.
I feel like this panel is going to go the exact same way my panel went with your really good friend Jason Meeks.
You never know. This is really loud. Like, does it need to be this loud? The room's not that big. It's like, can you guys still hear me? Oh, hey! How are you guys? I just want to make an announcement. I appreciate you guys showering and bathing. Somebody came to my table. They took a big old duty in their pants. And, oh, you got weirded out by that? It smelled. And that was only one the whole weekend. Thank you for using breath mints. Please don't put this on the internet. I'm going to... Oh, that's the guy in the back. Jesus Christ. All right. Good to see you, bro. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
No, it's always good to be at these. These are great. You know what I like about these? Nobody else.
Nobody else.
See, it's just Randy's rules.
It's just all you. And we get all of you, which is the best part.
Thank
all
you.
The multifaceted sides of you.
I like to say other things because you guys are filming. You can film whatever you want. Don't you think these cons should start at like 2?
Yeah.
Because there doesn't look like there's a lot of people here that work at banks. Like, you guys aren't corporate. Like, start the shit at 2. Go to midnight
We'll pass
and
it
have
on.
a hot tub party after. Like, right? Couple cigars. Let's keep it simple. Stop at the 8 a.m. call times and the fucking...
Yeah. 7 a.m. call times yesterday
Yeah.
for some of us.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right. So I want to start out with a generalized question because I think it's going to open up a lot for you. What's a movie or TV show or even a stand-up that you've done that you struggled with a little bit?
That's your first question?
Yeah.
Hey, what was really hard?
Well, because
Jeez.
you're so fun and you have
Give me
so
a
much
little-
fun. I want to know the other side of Jamie. I want to know what was hard for you, not what all this easy stuff is and making people
What
laugh.
was hard? I'll give you a good story.
All right.
So I had like nothing. I was living like in the tiniest little room and all this stuff, and it was like early 90s. And I broke through. I did El Pollo Loco commercial, which
Yeah.
we only get because it's like an LA, California thing. We don't really, the rest of America doesn't get it. So that was enough to get me other things. So I got an audition, many auditions later, for Romeo and Juliet. And then, by the grace of God, I got the movie. It's a totally long story, but I get the movie, and like my second day, we're filming like the gas station scene. And I had all this dialogue. I had a gun. I never had a gun. And like to this day, it's like the best gun. There was a helicopter shot. There was cars. I had so much to do. And I was like, and I kept fucking up. And I was like this. And I was like stiff. And so Baz came over and he's like, I'll try to do the accent. He's like, where's the guy I hired? You're gonna have fun. And I'm like, I know, I got the gas station, I got the gun, I gotta say my line, I gotta look over here, I gotta shoot something there. And he goes, well, what you like to do? So I said, I don't know. And he goes, what? I want you to be you. He's such a beautiful man. He's such an amazing guy. he treated everyone with like, you're all brilliant, right? So it was really a lot of pressure. So then he changed the setup and he said, I'm gonna do it handheld. And he's like, fuck it! Let's go handheld! And the DP did a movie called Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger, one of the greatest movies ever, and they would follow through the jungle, so the DP was like that. So they follow me all around the gas station. So if you watch the scene, there's a lot of hectic stuff, and it's amazing filmmaking, but one of the reasons it's like that is because I couldn't, chew gum and dance at the same time. So, who turned it down? Dude, turn it up, bro, fuck! Jesus Christ! Sound guy's a liberal.
Sound guy's name is Q.
Right? Okay. No. Dude, we can't hear me otherwise. Anyway, love Baz. If it wasn't for Baz said he came up to me afterwards and he clapped and he's like, never, ever be scared to ask for another take. Never be scared to be who you are. We're here together as a team. And it was the most beautiful thing. And he really made me feel great. So I was like, I felt confident like crazy after that. That's a long answer, but a good question because, at that time he treated us all the same. He really encouraged us. So if it wasn't for Baz.
So do you think that Baz helped you with the rest of your career by giving you that advice?
1,000%. I felt like I could do the scene if Leo's in the scene, and Leo was just about to become Leo, but he was percolating as Leo.
Right.
But then he didn't. He was about to become. It's hard for him to walk down the street, but he still could. But he was about to be the Beatles, and we would do scenes together, and we would just. I'd be like, I got to do that again, and I didn't care, and Leo doesn't care. He just wants the best scene. So I would ask again, or I would try it this way. We all gave ideas, and that's all because of Baz. Baz really is a beautiful leader, and then that led to Wes, and Wes was the same way. He treated us all like it was just one big summer camp.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I was lucky to work with amazing directors that are like that, which are harder to find today. Please don't put that on the internet. I'm up for a guest spot on the new Saved by the Bell reboot. This is going on the internet. Look at that setup. Bro, could you turn the mic down? I'm kidding. Stop! Go ahead. Here's your next question. Question 1B.
So, obviously we know that you were in the Scream movie. That's why most of us are here as big fans.
Most of us.
Some of us are fans of other works that you've done.
Yes.
So, some of us it wasn't just Scream that made you for us, like Kicking and Screaming or Malibu's Most Wanted.
Yeah, Kicking It Screaming. Do you remember that one?
Yes. I do.
Kicking It Screaming?
Oh, not Kicking It.
That was Kicking It Old School and Scream. Thank you for being a fan. Do you remember you did that movie, Scream's Most Wanted?
It's not,
Enemy of the Son of the Mask. You remember? Jesus.
It's still like.
I really love your work, Seth Green. Amazing moderator. Don't cry.
Okay, so I have a random.
Jamie Foxx, you're incredible. That's it. I'm murdering right now. This is what we call killing.
So, there's a random fact that I'm very curious about.
You're good. You guys know who Narvar is? He's the guy in Canada who has the craziest facts about people. You kind of remind me of that. It's good. Go ahead.
So, you have stated in the past that James Gunn lived in your back house.
Yeah.
So, A, how did that come about? And B, being that he's making these huge movies now, did he ever ask you to be a part of anything, or did you ever ask him to be a part of anything? And what happened with all of that?
Oh, shit.
Okay. It's watchable.
Wait, did I say that he lived in my house, or did he say he lived in my house?
You said that
he said he lived in my house.
I watched an interview.
But he also tweeted it.
Yeah, but I didn't see his tweet, but I watched the interview that you did with, mind you,
wait, hold on.
The moderator
I got you.
called his stalker.
I got you. So, you guys know James Gunn as James Gunn.
Right.
But I know him as Jimmy.
Right.
So, James Gunn he worked for Troma. You know what Troma is? Mm-hmm. So, really, he's this James Gunn is the most knowledgeable person of movie and the history of movies. It's probably, I would like to see him and Quentin have a movie off. Like, you know, I mean, they're both, I don't know Quentin like I know James, but like the knowledge and the way, he could quote any movie just like Quentin. And his brother, Sean, and me did a movie together. And it was called Stricken. And none of you have ever seen it. We shot it in Wisconsin. And it came out on Pakistan Redbox. But no one saw it. And it was a really dramatic role. So Sean was in the movie, and there was another actress in the movie by the name of Judy Greer. And so Sean and Judy and a bunch of great actors, and Kevin Patrick Walls from Scream. Was it Kevin? I'm sorry if I forget his name. The guy who got Drew Barrymore's boyfriend in the first Scream was also in the movie. We all had the best time together filming this movie. And so Sean said, hey, my brother's a writer. Will you read his script? And this was in 97. And he gave me a script. What are you looking for?
I'm hearing excess noise out there.
Yeah, it's a monster.
Yeah.
You're at a con, who knows?
I just wanted
It's
to
a
make sure I knew
Ghostbuster.
what kind it was.
It's probably fucking It. It's the clown from It.
I'm going
Just
that
go
way.
with it.
I'm going that way then.
He gave me a script, incredible script, front to back. The movie is called The Specials. Yeah, you know what's up. The Specials was before Mystery Men. You ever see Mystery Men? And before, it's kind of, I mean, you know, people might get mad. It's kind of a baby blueprint of Guardians of the Galaxy. It's basically what happens when you're the fifth most popular group of superheroes. And it was like kind of like we were broke superheroes, but we had these powers. We couldn't get anything done. It was an amazing cast. Jimmy wrote it. He also co-starred with us. Craig Mazin came on board, who we got, another amazing guy who, you know him from many things, but he runs The Last of Us. That's his show on HBO. But he wrote a couple of Hangovers. So anyway, we put this whole project together, and thank God Rob Lowe signed on, so that was able to get the movie funded, and we made the movie. But that was farther down. So long story boring is he gave me 5 scripts. All of them were amazing. I said, I got to try to make these movies. So I started with The Specials. And I said, he's like, my brother wants to move to town. And I just bought a house. So I had a guest house. So I said, just have him stay in my guest house. And he lived there for about a year. And I wasn't even there half the time because I was filming Romeo. I was filming Three Kings and Bowfinger. And it was amazing. And then Judy Greer was in Three Kings. I met her, and then I was like, she's amazing. And then she met David. So yeah, James used to live in my house. His brothers are amazing writers. Sean's an amazing actor, writer. But yeah, I pretty much gave birth to Marvel. And you're asking me why haven't I been in any of Jimmy's movies? Well, I think I pissed him off. So. In the guest house, I just had one rule: flush the fucking toilet. No, you know what? He actually gave me an award. It was so sweet. I did an award. Corey Feldman, shout out Corey, the OG, won the first award, and it was for some kind of creature award. Universal Horror Nights, before it blew up. They have an award night.
Gargoyle.
Yeah, dude. You know what? I can say the craziest shit. One of you guys are like, that's the Babylonian that's the secret society.
No, actually,
You guys are hilarious.
those two in the very back are HHN aficionados. They know
Okay.
so much. So.
All right, well, thank you for that backstory. But I won a gargoyle. He's like, so Corey won the first gargoyle. And then I got the second gargoyle. And that goes with Horror Nights, because then you go and do the Horror Night promotion. Before Horror Night was big and they don't need any promotion. Anyway, Jimmy, they asked people to do it. And he said, I'd like to give Jamie. So he did a whole beautiful speech. And then he was meeting with Marvel like a month after, and that was for Guardians of the Galaxy. And the rest is history. And I said, the raccoon. And he's like, Bradley Cooper. And I was like, the raccoon's friend. Is there a part for a muskrat? No, but he's busy. But he's amazing. So maybe one day, you never know. I see his brother Sean all the time. I love Jimmy. He's amazing. I'm not surprised at his success at all. He'll probably run the studio. So, and the new Superman comes out July 11th. So his looks amazing. So, thank you. But basically, that guest house had a lot of people. That's where Nick Swartzen wrote the first draft of Malibu's Most Wanted. I may have had a nice moment with an actress in that guest house.
As you should.
She whispers to Ghost. I was outside the guest house also. It was behind the shed. These are jokes. Please don't put this on YouTube. I'm for a couple. I'm also impressed there's no babies here. Thank you. You don't have to bring your baby to a horror con. You guys can get babies. Oh, as we speak, there's a young. Hi, buddy. Well, I'm always amazed that people come up to me at these cons and like, my daughter just loves all the screams she's seen, all 7. I look over and it's like, have you heard of Pixar? I'm gonna sit now. This is fucking free. I want a tip. Start passing the basket around.
Why don't we pass the mic around so we can get some
Yes,
questions?
you want to do that?
Yeah, we can do that.
You know who does that in our panel? Skeet and Matt. So you're in good company.
All right. Question. Start right
Stay here.
Hi. In interviews, I know you've teased a little bit about a sequel to Malibu's Most Wanted. Is that actually, or still just like a little like joke, or if you were to do it, who would be in it?
Look at you wanting. That's a 3-parter.
I know, sorry.
Listen, I want to do it during. What are you doing, bro? Fucking weirdo. But you just came right there. You got credentials? He's just like fucking. Who the fuck is that guy? I want to do it during the pandemic. I wrote a sequel with these 2 guys. They're incredible. It's really good, and it deals with today, with all the shit that's going down. So, and there's a lot of good jokes. I'm trying to remember one, but it's basically about the culture and how the world's changed and everything. But Warner Brothers is, the whole business is changing. So I think I'd have to raise the money independently, but I don't want to say anything, but I can't say too much, but Tay would have a humongous part if he would do it. And it's weird because he just texted me the other day. I haven't talked to him forever. And out of the blue, my friend was with him, and Tay's like, yo, let's get a cup of coffee. So
Fate?
It could be. So I'd love to make it. People don't realize how much, because the studio loved making these little movies, and then it was the same year Harry Potter started blowing up, and they were like more into bigger movies and Harry Potter and Marvel. But we need to make more Biodomes, Malibus, Dude, Where's My Car? I mean, we love it. We make Jeepers, Creepers. They do make the little horror movies that become big, but comedies taking a little break. But I want to. You know how they are. Everybody's all scared and shit. Everybody's out there.
I know, that's why I was wondering if today
It needs to be done.
Yeah,
And I have a legend in mind for my co-star, like who you guys would love, and he'd be perfect. But I gotta see if you can do it.
We're going to go over there.
Oh, it's our friend.
All right, it's a simple question. I just want to know if you still got your PhD.
Oh shit!
You know what I mean?
My player hating degree. What's up, son?
Yes, sir.
It's the Yay area. The Yay. Yeah, you know what's up. It never dies. Players never die. Don't hate the player. Don't hate the game. Don't hate nothing. What's up? I'll tell Shanja what's up. You know Dre? This is pretty good for a horror con. You guys get a lot of Malibu jokes.
Hi.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing all right. got.
Sir, stop being funnier than me.
It's a quick question. One of the funniest parts for me in Harold and Kumar
Oh, shit.
was when you were playing Freak Show and you're out back and they're looking through the window and you're going, "Hey, Randy, what? The devil. The devil is everywhere." Did you just ad-lib that whole, because I watched the behind the scenes on it and it was just awesome. Did you ad-lib that whole thing?
Now, who understands why I'm looking at you? You get it?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell them? Well, you guys are real fans of my work. Everyone, you're not the first person to say this. I wasn't Freak Show. No. That was Christopher Melanoni from Law and Order. And since he wore all the makeup and shit, people thought that was me. But thank you for being a fan. Are you her husband? Or I loved you in Romeo and Juliet when you got to play. Yeah, I was great. I was great, and I know what you did last summer too. Remember that? Can we? No, bro. You know what I was? Dude, I'm this guy. Is this your bush? Is this your fucking bush? Are you a tree hugger? Is this your bush? You remember that?
I knew that was you. I thought you did both.
You did, I did both.
Yes.
Well, okay, no. You're not the first person to say that. But that was the other guy. But no, it's funny. It was funny, dude. We gotta laugh. I'm joking. But no, that script was really good, written really well. So I had my scenes that were improv, but also written really well. So half of my shit was improv, but the other half was written, but it was all great. So thank you, bro. Can't wait till I'm in the sequel. Jesus Christ, buddy. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Jesus, you are big. You're tall. Loved you in Lord of the Rings. Now, does anybody else want to ask me about a question about a movie I wasn't in? Ooh, do you want to hear a story of that though?
Sure.
See, all these movies that are classic now are so good. You know why? Because they got to be made with no interference. Meaning, like Seinfeld was alternative, the way it was made, no one knew what it was. Jamie Kennedy Experiment was kind of made. Scream was this little movie, no one knew what it was. They didn't know what to do, right? So that's how the 90s were. You would make these little cool movies and no one would bother you because they didn't know what you were making, and ended up making great movies because the fucking director was great and he knew what he wanted, but then all the corporate bullshit came in. I had a role in a movie for 2 days, and then I got another role in another movie. And I had to pick one because they overlapped, and I begged them to do both, and they couldn't do it. And I had signed the deal already for the one. And then my agent's like, well, you have to pick one. So the movie was called Old Friends, which was the run of the picture. And I was going to get to work with my buddy Skeet again. And that was called As Good as It Gets. And Skeet's like, just come to New York, we're going to do this. And, I'm thinking either won Best Picture or won a ton of awards. So I was very happy to be in it. The movie I couldn't do, Boogie Nights. Ooh, isn't that? I know. I really wanted to be the prosthetic penis. I tried. I wanted to hang. So do you know what role? I was the dude in the limousine with Heather Graham and Burt Reynolds, and then Burt beats the shit out of me, and Heather curb stomps me. Are there any? Oh, I can't tell the story. So yeah, and then I was like, hey, at least I'll tell you the story later. But basically, I had to pick one, and to this day, I was like, oh, I'm so mad I didn't get to do it. But I got in an Oscar-winning movie too, so you never know what happens. But nobody knows. And I had to sign a nudity rider, and I'm like, I'm not nude in the scene, and they're like, well, you never know because it's like about a porno. I'm like, is it a porno? So yeah, you never know, man. It's a lot of roles that people get and they can't. So I love that movie. but also love as good as it gets. So it's a little treat for you. Who's
Yeah,
over there?
so
Yes, sir.
you played so many amazing characters, including yourself. But which of the
Wow.
characters do you think you get along with the best, and which of them do you think would be like the hardest, like that you could not stand?
Character I played I couldn't stand?
Yeah, and like which one would you think you get along with the most?
Dude, you know what's crazy? Is like, I'm literally becoming Randy. Like, it's crazy. Like I have a YouTube channel, I'm pretty loud on social media, and I'm kind of doing what Randy would do. Like, if Randy survived, he'd be like a professor at like Berkeley teaching like film studies, paranormal activities, and have like a conspiracy club. You know what I mean? Like, so it's low-key kind of like Randy, but, and B-Rad, I'm not hood, but I'm kind of like B-Rad because I grew up with hip-hop on the outskirts of Philly, and I loved hip-hop, but I lived in a very nice neighborhood growing up. So there's a lot of truth to the shit I do. You know, and then so many shit I've done is relevant. It's crazy. Enemy of the State, you know that movie? At that movie, to this day, people still come up to me and go, it's still ahead of its time. And we had so many people from the government on that movie, which is wild, and now this shit is happening. Three Kings, again, that movie, we had a ton of. So that's like, it's weird, man. Sometimes I'm like, we live in a simulation because some of the stuff I've done. I will say this is an uncomfortable topic for some people, but I made peace with it. But the sequel, The Son of the Mask, was the hardest project I'd ever done, meaning everything that we had to do, special effects, dance training, singing training, acting, driving, all this stuff, all the history with it. It was one of the greatest experiences ever, and unfortunately, the movie made $4. But there's a cut of it, and we have the movie was very different than what we made and what was put out. So that was bummed me out, but I still loved it. I don't regret it because they wanted me to make my version of the movie, and then they changed it all. But 7 months on a movie, 7 months in a foreign country, 6 days a week, 4 hours in the morning of makeup, 12 hours shooting, 12. I would work like 18-hour days, and I loved it. Like, I love being on the set when people are like, I'm tired, I want to go home. What's at home? Like, that's why I love acting. I love it. I love going on the ventures. So to me, I love what I do. So it's not really, can't really hate anything, but you can sometimes hate how the process happens.
Okay.
That's amazing. Oh, was that it?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
I was just going to say, do we have any more questions out there?
Well, you came back. You got to stay out there.
I have help.
Oh, you have that guy. Oh, there's a new
I
guy.
don't want to just abandon you.
Where'd that other dude go? Is he behind the curtain? What the fuck? Hey, Jamie. It's like people shit up here. Is this the second year of this con? Do you guys understand? I want to talk to you about the Lord. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
What was the original concept or ideal for Son of Mask?
Where are you at, dude? I can't see you. I'm hearing you.
What was the original concept for Son of Mask that they changed?
Ooh. Are you hating? Don't be hating. Well, the first one, first of all, let's go deep because you guys are smart. All right? What's the original source material of the mask? Someone, raise your hand. Tell me, brother. And what is it? Take your time. Horror. The Mask is a horror property. Very aggressively horror, right? And it's crazy. And New Line tried to make the fucking movie for years as a horror. Also, did you know that Nightmare on Elm Street at one time, guess who had the rights? Disney. And they tried to make Freddy like a fucking character, like they were going to give him a roller coaster, like, hey. That's true. You can look, Wes sold it to Disney, and he was like, no, this is it. And then he got it back. And then New Line was a Maverick studio. So it was horror. They could never get the concept right. Chuck Russell came in, Jim Carrey's Supernova, an incredible icon, came in. They do it as a different genre. You know, special effects was just changing that way, like Jurassic Park and how CGI looked amazing. Jim Carrey's incredible. He's a human special effects, hilarious genius. So it blew up. That was his version. At the time, I tell people this. This is a good story. Okay, so I just gave myself a good Yelp right there. I'm like, this is a good story. At the time, I had offers for 2 movies. I had The Mask, and I took another meeting on a movie called Without a Paddle. I'll give you guys the insight. So I went to Paramount, I had lunch, and they offered me $1 million to do Without a Paddle. And they said, we're going to have Seth. You're the first guy. We're going to go to Seth. We're going to go to Dax Shepard. And we like you for the other guy. And then I had the same offer on The Mask. And it was just going to be me. And I kept saying no to The Mask. And I kept saying no. And then they kept offering more money. And I kept saying no. And then they offered more money. And my agent's like, you're going to do the fucking movie. He's like, it's going to work! So then I said, well, there's too much here. It was 11 years after. We got to do it ourselves. So the concept was really simple. A guy who's newly married, kind of romantic comedy, right? Who doesn't want to have a child but ends up having it. So there's like Mr. Mom. Remember Mr. Mom? So there's a lot of funny domestic humor foibles of like a guy trying to be that. And then the supernatural element. And that was going to be every time I put on the mask, I became a different character. So it was a mix between what I did on Jamie King Experiment and then, to me, Beverly Hills Cop, in the sense that Eddie Murphy did 10 characters. He didn't go in the character, but it was like, to me, it was like the Nutty Professor. So I was going to play different characters and then be a dad. And it was really Nutty Professor-esque. And we did it. And there's like 6 characters that you never saw. And they cut it all out. And they just made it about the dad and that. And that's why I'm here today. No, but but the director, Larry, is amazing. Like, he's a genius. He's blessed by Ron Howard, Steven Spielberg. He directed part of Ants. Remember Ants? He did Cats and Dogs. The writer, so many great writers on it. So, it could have worked. These things happen. Like I said, could have been a Boogie Nights. But anyway, great question to ruin the rest of my day.
All right, we got one.
Kidding. You're not going to get these type of things at the I Spit in Your Grave panel. Go ahead, sir.
So I had a question. Do you have any favorite memories from being on set for Scream 1 or 2?
Many. What do you want to know?
Just like your favorite that you think about all the time.
Well, I don't think about it all the time. That's a little weird. I'm scared to tell you this one story.
Just do it.
Because you're filming everything. I'll tell you that's it. It's good shit, but Jesus Christ, there's got to be privacy sometimes. You guys put everything out on the fucking internet. Put it this way, I knew David and Courtney were into each other. Let's just say that. Here's a story I can tell. I think this is crazy. So, I forget, there's 2 stories. I forget, one time, by the way, we shot the movie, like, I got a little emo. Guess where we shot the movie? Yeah. Petaluma.
Yeah.
And guess where we stayed? Doubletree. I'm at the Doubletree. I got like all emo last night. It's just like where kind of the area. We're not here, but Northern Cal. I think the craziest story was two stories. One was we were all in a barn. We're all hanging out. I mean, I could tell you stuff about the making of the movie, but behind the scenes better, don't it? And David and Courtney were really starting to like each other. You could tell. Matt and Nev were starting to like each other. You could tell. Skeet had his girlfriend who was the cheerleader in the first opening. And Rose had her boyfriend. And I think this week everyone was up. And we're all hanging out in the barn, just like chilling, like a picnic or something. And then everyone's just kind of into their own thing, just talking. And we were having some wine. And I just look over and I see Earl, who's Kenny the cameraman. And you can see everybody's kind of in love. And he just looks at me and he goes, "Just you and me, kid." And I'm like, I'm going to end up with fucking Earl? Like, is this? And he had already died, so he didn't care. He's like, I got nothing to do. So that was like this beautiful love happening on the set, and me and Earl. That was one. And then another time, and I forget his name, and you just DM me in my Facebook, so if you see this, bro, I love you, our amazing prop master. God, I forget his name. He's a legend. He was a little bit of a hippie. So one day I went over to his room, because the DoubleTree had all these dope-ass rooms, and they had like a little living room. So we all had, like, we took over the whole hotel. And he was making some shit, and he you know, pizza, like you ever eat pizza, you know, different toppings, you know, a little oregano? Yeah. Put a little oregano on it, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He was the oregano man on set.
He just added the little...
He had a little oregano, if you needed a little pick-me-up. Yeah. So, but he had one of those coffee grinders, and he would put the little oreganos in it, and then people could go over there, you know, get a little blunt. So one day he was doing that, and he had me. I think he had Nev. I'm not going to be sure. I was me. There was a couple other people in the cast, whatever. And he was making carrot juice. So he makes carrot juice, and then he fucking goes, boom, and I drink like this 10-ounce carrot juice because I was all into the health, and he's healthy. And I'm like, that was good. I'm like, what'd you do? He goes, I'll put a little mushroom in it for you.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, how do you get juice from a mushroom? Like, I thought it was mushroom juice. And he's like, no, dude, I put a little cappy cap.
Oh, damn.
And I was like, shrooms? He goes, yeah, it's Sunday. And I was like, what? And then there was a fucking field, and I just remember, I just went to his window, and I was like an hour later, I was like, you gotta get me to that field. I can't, but did mushrooms on that day. It was a bunch of us. I don't know if our friend did it, so I'm not gonna say it if she did. But I was probably the final mushroom. But it was great. So we did stuff like that where we bonded. We did mushrooms. But I didn't even know. This shit was good though. Like, all my big scenes, I never did that shit. All his Romeo and Juliet though, there was a scene where we were so drunk, and that was the only. I'm gonna tell you this. Don't you ever tell anybody this. I know this on the internet, but don't you. The one scene, the party scene, I did smoke a joint, and I was like, I'm a method actor, but fuck it, I'll try this. So we were all high in that scene, and it was off Mexican skunk weed, and no. But that's it. I've never done it.
It wasn't a proper high.
No. But I don't do drugs or anything. I know you don't believe that, but.
But Shroom Sunday was...
Shrooms aren't a drug. It's from God. It's from the earth.
So is oregano.
But I didn't even know I did it. But I love it. He just Facebooked me. And I was like, dude, what's up, man? You got any new caps? That's what I love about Facebook. Someone will hit me up and be like, remember we did it? Like, I don't even remember. Like, I connect with people from 25 years ago. So it's great. Go ahead.
It's that time.
Is it? But let me just give a final speech here.
Okay.
All right, so Jesus. No, but the whole business is so different now. You understand that? Do you guys know that? No?
Yeah.
The business ain't what it was. It used to be amazing. Like, you would go out, you make money, you go to a different city for 2 months. People would have fun. You do a little partying. People would hook up. Everything would be fine. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody's like, did you bump into me? I'm going to call the police. Like, Maxim would have parties. Playboy Mansion was the best. Am I allowed to say that?
The bus up the hill?
The bus up the hill. Did you go?
I didn't go, but
How do you know then?
Girls Next Door.
Playboy Mansion was incredible. That's
I've been once. But
You d-
not-
oh,
not to
damn.
Party.
best. You know what was great? It was like 80% women, and then like 15% old dudes.
All of
So
Pat's
if you were
best
like
friends.
if you were like under 65 and could get a boner, you were great. That's what. You know who's there all the time? Don Adams. You guys know Don Adams? Get smart. That dude was a playboy. But it was the greatest time. I mean, Hef was the most respectful guy that I saw. He had food. Parties would go to 4 a.m. Remember 4 a.m.?
Yeah.
Hookah. You have hookah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. I go to the grotto. You know what I did there? I swam. I actually did. Like, it wasn't creepy. But again, I wasn't a bunny locked in a cage, so I have no idea.
Well, and you've
Anyway,
also
that
been
one.
quoted to say that Midsummer and the Halloween party.
Jesus, you really did a deep dive. You also said one time. What did I say? Go ahead.
You said
I
that
respect your homework.
Midsummer and the Halloween party were the best parties of the year for you.
Oh God, yeah. I want to tell that story. Was there anybody in here that can't hear? Are we all adults? Did that 10-year-old leave?
No, we have a little one over there.
Oh Jesus Christ! I can't tell the story then. It's okay to get babysitters, guys. No, I'll tell around it. So the mansion's insane. The best place, insane. Hef bought it. I want to say for $2 million in 1971, and then they sold it for $100 million, which was expensive in like 2015. Guess who bought it? You guys know who bought it? You're gonna like this. No? Darren. You know who Darren is? Darren's a Twinkie king.
Oh my God.
Darren owns Twinkies. Darren's a multi-billionaire from Twinkies. He's the Twinkie king. Isn't that funny?
And they said
The
they-
Twinkie king owns fucking Playboy Mansion. He's the man.
Yep.
So Darren's just chill. He's just like us. He just happens to have about $10 billion. And he owns Twinkie. I know you gotta go. Fucking Smallville's coming in. No, they're not. Just stop it, bro. He's like, we got to schedule a wedding. Fucking Geico's coming. Can I just finish this story about Twinkies? So, Hef would rent the mansion out for $50,000 a day, and then brands would come in. But there's only two parties you go to: Halloween, because that was all his friends, and Midsummer's, which was everybody in Hollywood. Everybody in Hollywood. And those are two parties. But I went to one of these parties one time, and it was like Farmers Insurance. And I had seen a ton of people at the mansion, every name you can think of, and everybody was cool and respectful. And then I went into the grotto one time, and Farmers Insurance was in there. And let me just tell you, it was a fucking freak show. A bunch of ladies from accounts receivable, and a couple of dudes there trying to sell you home and boat. And I was like, is that a rock band? They're like, no, it's Farmers Insurance. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So what I'm trying to say is, the ending thing is, it's good that you come to these things. Let your freak flag fly, because if you let that shit get pent up, you become a weird insurance agent at the Playboy Mansion. So love everybody. Keep laughing. Comedy's the only thing we got left. I appreciate you loving what we've done over these years. You guys are awesome. This is a great little con. And yes, I am in Sacramento. I am here. People are like, why are you here? I'm like, it's a con. So, love you guys. Thank you.
All right, you guys. He'll be back at his table. Make sure to stop by and ask him all your questions.